Jesus had many followers during his ministry, but among them was a select group of 12 disciples who were closest to the Master. However, at the most critical moment, when Jesus was arrested and crucified, most of them fled in fear for their lives. Surprisingly, it was an unlikely disciple who had secretly followed him out of fear of the Jews, who displayed a courage that the others lacked. To give you an idea, while the great apostle Peter denied Jesus 3 times before the rooster crowed, the secret disciple opposed an entire council that gathered to condemn the Son of God. And when the other disciples abandoned Jesus at the cross, he boldly approached the Roman governor to request Christ's body and give him a proper burial. This man was Joseph of Arimathea, a respected member of the Sanhedrin, the supreme Jewish council, and someone who until then had kept his faith in Jesus hidden. But why did he hide his faith? What made him act so boldly after the crucifixion? And why do some controversial theories place him as a key figure in the narrative of Christ's resurrection? In this video, you will understand who Joseph of Arimathea really was, what he did when he took Jesus' body from the cross, and how his role in the event of Easter has deep implications even today. To better understand Joseph of Arimathea's decision, we need to place him in the context of the 1st century. Judea was under Roman occupation, and tensions between the Jews and Roman authorities were constant. Jerusalem was a religious center of the Jewish people, where the temple was located, and Israel's religious leadership was concentrated in the Sanhedrin, a council of about 70 members, including Pharisees, Sadducees, and other influential leaders. The Pharisees, guardians of the law and oral traditions, they were extremely strict in their observance of religious rules and influenced the people. Nicodemus, another secret disciple of Jesus, was a Pharisee. The Sadducees, they formed the priestly elite and rejected beliefs such as the resurrection of the dead and the existence of angels. The Zealots, a revolutionary group that advocated armed resistance against Rome. The Essenes lived in isolated religious communities and believed in the imminent coming of Messiah. Joseph of Arimathea was part of the Sanhedrin, but the Gospels do not specify whether he was a Pharisee or a Sadducee. What we do know is that he was a respected, wealthy man with political influence. All 4 Gospels mention Joseph of Arimathea, each highlighting different aspects of his story. Matthew 27 verses 57 to 60 describes him as a rich man who asked Pilate for Jesus' body and buried him in his own new tomb, carved out of rock. Mark 15 verses 43 to 46 states that Joseph was a respected member of the Sanhedrin and that he courageously asked Pilate for Jesus' body. Luke 23 verses 50 to 53 declares that Joseph was a good and just man who did not agree with Jesus' condemnation. John 19 verses 38 to 42 emphasizes that Joseph was a secret disciple of Jesus, fearing the Jews, and that he was helped by Nicodemus to embalm Christ's body. The unanimous mention of his name in all 4 Gospels reinforces his importance in the narrative of Jesus' crucifixion and burial. Joseph of Arimathea kept his faith secret out of fear of the consequences. In the Sanhedrin, opposition to Jesus was intense, especially among the Sadducees and scribes. Anyone who showed support for the master risked being expelled from the council and even from the synagogue. Joseph's fear is understandable, as the scriptures show that other leaders also hesitated to speak out. John 12 verses 42 to 43 states that many leaders believed in Jesus, but did not publicly confess their faith, fearing exclusion from the Jewish community. However, after Christ's death, Joseph made a radical decision. He went directly to Pontius Pilate and asked for Jesus' body. This act required great courage because it meant publicly identify with someone who had been condemned to death. In Roman culture, crucified individuals were usually left exposed or thrown into mass graves. But Joseph, being influential and respected, managed to persuade Pilate to release Jesus' body to him. He and Nicodemus wrapped the body in fine linen with spices and placed it in a new tomb, carved out of rock. This detail is important because it was a private tomb belonging to a wealthy person ***, fulfilling the prophecy of Isaiah 53 verse 9. He was assigned a grave with the wicked and with the rich in his death. It was a known location, preventing claims that there was confusion about where Jesus had been buried. The stone sealing the tomb was large and heavy ***, making any attempt to steal the body difficult. 3 days later, the tomb was empty. This event became the foundation of the Christian faith in the resurrection. While Christians see Joseph of Arimathea as a man who honored Jesus with a dignified burial, some critics suggest that he may have played a role in hiding Christ's body. Some theories claim that he removed Jesus' body to another location, leading to the belief in the resurrection. His tomb was intentionally chosen so that Jesus' followers would believe in the miracle. However, these hypotheses do not hold up against historical and biblical evidence. Over time, several legends about Joseph of Arimathea have emerged. Some claim that he took the Holy Grail, the cup from the Last Supper, to Britain, becoming the founder of the church in what is now England. While these stories are fascinating, there is no historical evidence to support them. Joseph of Arimathea was a man who began his journey as a secret disciple, but ended up demonstrating fearless faith at the most crucial moment. His act of love and honor toward Jesus contributed to the fulfillment of prophecies and became an essential part of the Christian narrative. More important than knowing where Joseph of Arimathea's tomb is the certainty that Jesus Christ is no longer in it. He has risen. And you? If you were in Joseph of Arimathea's place, would you have had the same courage? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more content on the remarkable stories of the Bible.